Hey yo friends, welcome to today's video. Today we'll be talking a bit about Beyond Good and Evil and what's been going on with the development, because we got some fresh news for you, so let's get this show started.
The war has arrived at the gates of Hillis. This peaceful mining planet in System 4 is now completely encircled by the Dom's Armada. General Keck, Supreme Commander of the Alpha Forces, would like to take this opportunity to address a final message to the population.
Let's start this video with talking a little bit about Beyond Good and Evil 1. If you're not familiar with the original Beyond Good and Evil, the game was released in 2003 for the GameCube, the Xbox and the PlayStation. The game is set in 2435 and revolves around Jade and her uncle, Pei, a pig. And not in the sense that he's a pervert, no, an actual pig. For its time, the game's world and traversal was mind-blowing, and it was a mature game without being violent, but rather due to telling a great story and having memorable characters.
I'm coming! Free yourself, Jake! I'll create a diversion!
If you haven't played Beyond Good and Evil 1, it still plays pretty decent for its age. So I can highly recommend that you go back and play it. It's from 2003, so it does have a bit of years on its neck, but as I said, it plays excellent and it's a great story, so I highly recommend you try it out. So let's move on to Beyond Good and Evil 2. So Beyond Good and Evil 2 has actually been bleeding money, and it's been missing in action for years. It's been totally gone from the public eye. There were even rumblings that suggested that Beyond Good and Evil 2 was nearing a point where it actually could be cancelled by Ubisoft. The game was first revealed at the E3 2017, a decade after the first word of a sequel were uttered in 2008. Back then, the game promised a multi-planet world populated by dynamically generated characters, a big promise that thus far never came to be. But still, we all got some hope in us. The last we officially heard of Beyond Good and Evil 2 was in 2021, when Ubisoft flat out said it's too early to give us any kind of details. Yes, that's right, they actually said it's too early, after the game was first teased in 2008, 14 years ago, and we were shown actual gameplay 5 years ago. Crazy, right? However, Beyond Good and Evil 2 has become the new poster child for development hell. It's gotten to the point where the safer bet would actually be to assume that the game is simply scrapped. But, as it is now, we got a new report by Bloomberg that confirms Beyond Good and Evil 2 is actually still in development. According to the Henderson's report, several sources have since said that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is indeed still in development and that the game will be starting external playtesting this month. Hell to the freaking yeah! This is some good news for the games, which has been in pure development hell for ages, amounting to a whopping 9 years in development. This playtest doesn't seem to be public though, unfortunately, even though they actually promised us, the players, several public tests during its development, but we have yet to see a single one. We also don't know for certain how far into the development Beyond Good and Evil 2 currently is, but according to the sources, it's moving forward, but in an utterly slow freaking pace. We hope to see it at the upcoming Ubisoft showcase in September 2022, if only in the form of a smaller trailer. Anything, just give us anything, pretty please, we really want it. So come on Ubisoft, give us something. Guys, that was it, that was all the news that I have. I really wanted to give you this good news of the game still being in development, because I know we have a lot of doubters out there, and I genuinely think that this game is gonna be fantastic if and when it releases. I am super excited to finally see something of it, so I'm really hoping that we're gonna get to see something in September. And my hopes are still high. Seriously, it's a big company. Ubisoft is a big company. They got a lot of money, they got a lot of experience. So my hopes are still pretty high. They are not down low. I don't think they're gonna cancel this one. It's a gold mine. They can make a lot of cash of this, and they have been bleeding a lot from it, so they can make up some of that if they just release the freaking game. And from the start, it is a very, very, very ambitious project, and that's the reason for it being in development hell and bleeding money. So my hopes is that they cut down on some of that ambition, because from my experience in gaming, I know that too much ambition will make a shitty game. That's just how it is. If you're not capable of making something, you're gonna make it and it's gonna be half decent and it's gonna be shit in the end. So tone down on the ambitions, just focus on making what's good even better, instead of reinventing the wheel all the time. Just give us something really good that we will enjoy, and that will be enough. So come on, give us this freaking game. Let me know in the comments, are you excited for this game? And thumbs up if you liked this video, thumbs down if you didn't like it, and until next time, keep on staying freaking awesome!